Thanks for joining our event. My name is David Stout. I'm one of the founders and CEO of webAI. AI is not just another technological advancement. It will redirect the course of humanity and do so at a pace that is faster than anyone could imagine. This is a compelling time to be a dreamer, but our dreams come with challenges, just as the innovators who came before us. Our current approach to AI demands enormous data sets, massive computational power, and has already began to infringe on the property rights of creators, which may lead to generational impacts on both humanity and our planet. Some say digital property rights are dead in the age of a data-centric economy, that privacy is a trade-off in the process of building truly intelligent systems. This isn't innovation, this is the voice of the status quo. At webAI, challenges aren't setbacks, they're our foundation. We don't dodge them, we confront them, and we transcend them. Our vision is clear: to navigate the maze of AI, harness its limitless potential, and place that power in the hands of every human, changing not just what we do, but who we become. Tonight, we'll be showing you some of our greatest work yet, focused on alleviating the challenges I highlighted. First, a groundbreaking no-code, full-code environment that makes creating with AI easier than ever before, without losing the code fidelity. It's called webAI Canvas. We'll also be showcasing a custom AI building suite called Architect that makes training custom models on your personal device possible. If you don't know what this means, there could be a specific use case where you believe AI could help you. This is now your chance to make it yourself with no barriers. Within this suite, we're excited to share the launch of a new learning method. It's called attention steering. It will revolutionize access and deployment of AI by reducing the greatest barriers of model creation and operation process and cost. And lastly, we'll be unveiling our flagship model, Libra. It's a groundbreaking tool that lets you effortlessly create, communicate with images using natural language and so much more. And with that, I would like to welcome you to our webAI Awakening event.
Welcome to the Awakening event. My name is Tyler Maurer. I'm one of the co-founders and the Chief Innovation Officer at webAI. Over 4 years ago, our teams realized how difficult it was to create artificial intelligence models. So we took those teams and put them to work on something truly special. And today, 4 years later, I'm excited to unveil one of our first products, Canvas. Canvas is a natural environment for creation. It empowers developers, ML engineers, and non-technical users to collaborate in the same space. Canvas comes with a modular codebase, the webAI Element Suite, which includes a wide variety of data inputs, transformations, and outputs, giving us the ability to integrate almost any piece of hardware or software. With settings, one element is capable of integrating an input as simple as a video on your laptop to a camera on a satellite. This allows a small amount of elements to create a wide variety of intelligent solutions. And users are not limited to the elements provided by webAI. Element creation is native to Canvas with tools like Architect, Canvas's native AI training suite. It includes a diverse array of model architectures. You will find state-of-the-art object detection models like YOLO V8, and your trusted classifiers like ResNet, and webAI proprietary models like Deep Detection. Once a model is trained, it will be accessible as an element that you can use in Canvas for commercial use. To get started, upload your dataset and choose the model architecture you want. And we didn't forget about our technical users. To tell you more about Canvas's customizability, I'd like to introduce our Director of Engineering, Joel Dennison.
Although we've provided powerful abstractions for the user to use low code or no code within the platform, we've also allowed a lower level of control to the machine learning process through the control of data augmentation. We have good defaults for our hyperparameters and good defaults for data augmentations. We also allow the user to manually set those pre-processing steps that empower the user to take finer grained control if they so desire. Beyond the control that we provide the user both at high levels and low levels through abstraction from the machine learning side, we also allow the user to specify the data transformation via code. And so if you're a programmer, a software engineer, webAI allows you to also specify the specific details at the code level for data transformations within the pipelines or flows that you're creating. We also allow the user to create elements within the platform and specify the code that's associated with a new element that they're creating that then can be used to chain together as part of a broader data pipeline.
Our team has been heads down on Canvas, and we're excited for you to get your hands on it. From the extremely capable drag and drop environment, full code customization, and streamlined training environment, Canvas is a versatile tool that empowers a wide spectrum of users with the ability to create amazing solutions. We are excited to see how the modularity of Canvas accelerates your creativity and widens the accessibility of your work. Every solution created in Canvas needs a production environment. Cloud is complicated and cost prohibitive. Running solutions on the edge is time-consuming and requires hardware optimization for different environments. This is one of the fundamental reasons developers and machine learning engineers are rarely able to deploy their solutions and monetize their work. To simplify this process and allow users to finish the play, we created Parallel, a distributed peer-to-peer infrastructure that's hardware optimized to run across edge and cloud. And to tell you more about it, here's our engineering team.
Every company, every university, they have multiple resources laying around. They don't use it all the time. So you can have this platform that manages all of them and pings them as needed for giving you a specific detail. So a CPU, for example, can run a very, very light model that does a specific thing and gives you a specific information. And it's not just a model that you can use during the inference. For example, your phone has the best camera available. So you can use your phone in tandem with the GPU that you have, with the CPU on the system, each of them doing different things and all of them talking together. You distributed this architecture that you want to run in different resources, and all of them talk to each other and each of them do what they are built best for. So that way you are maximizing uses of your resources, and you can train faster, you can train larger models between these devices that can't individually host the model that you want. Using less data has always been a forefront of the missions of this company. One of the things that are in our platform is deep detection. Deep detection is a brainchild of David. He has been working on it for multiple years. And it's basically thinking about the granularity of the detail that you want to get. For example, you are looking at a car, your object detector can say it's a car, but if you are interested in knowing the model, if it's a Mercedes, if it's BMW or whatever, then you go one step forward. And it's like, what's the color of the car? Then it's one more step forward. Looking at different properties of the objects that you are looking at enables you to use different resources. Each of them goes more into the detail of what that car is. By using a distributed inference between all of your resources, you can ping all of them and run it in parallel instead of running one by one, and all of them at the same time return all of the properties so you get to your end result faster. And now we'll go to Radhika, where she will show how deep detection works in our platform.
So here's our canvas. We go into selecting a new AI model. You have all of the models that's available within our application here. I'm going to go ahead and select deep detection. In the second page, we get to choose our data set. Once we have that, this gives you a data overview with the class data balance. And I'll come into the training page where you get to set your parameters, like the backbone that you'd like to choose, the number of epochs. I'm going to go ahead and put a small amount of epochs, 25, to train our deep detection model and hit play. The training with deep detection takes about just 2 minutes for about 400 to 500 images. It's faster than most other object detection models out there, while not hindering the precision or accuracy. As you can see, this shows you the training and validation loss, whereas it also shows you the training and accuracy while it goes through each epoch. You can also see other information such as which epoch it's on, and the updated accuracy and validation. A loss on our scorecard. So once our model's done training, we can move on to see the scorecard, which displays the confusion matrix across the trained and predicted labels, and also other scores such as map, average precision, average recall, the duration training took, and the different parameters that you used while you were training. Your trained model shows up as an element here in the inference that you can go ahead and put in your canvas. I'd like to see my detections with bounding boxes. It's quite straightforward. You select your element. File load lets you input a video folder or an image directory. I'm going to go ahead and choose an image directory to run the detections on, and you can choose your frame rate as per how fast you'd like for it to go. Choose the latest weight or any of the train weights that you'd like to select, and just hit play. And here, once the model starts running, you can see your detections in bounding box UI. Click on it and it should display all of the detected results with the bounding box coordinates. And that's deep detection for you.
The last mile to deployment is typically an area of difficulty for a lot of organizations, and a lot of machine learning projects never really make it into production because of those difficulties. So our machine learning team has been collaborating very closely with our systems team to help develop a tool set and infrastructure for deploying machine learning. And we've created inside the platform a way to essentially package what you've developed and iterated on very quickly into a container resource that can then be deployed into either a cloud environment that supports the Docker runtime, or even a local cloud or fog environment as well. Has the potential to save organizations a lot of money when it comes to staffing teams and organizing and iterating quickly. You can think more about creating, and you can think less about, okay, how is this going to scale? Whatever you've created in that flow locally to you will then be the same flow and should be the same experience from an end-to-end input-output perspective that you would see once deployed via a Docker container. So we offer several key benefits as well in our deploy infrastructure, and that you don't have to deploy in the cloud. And so if you're adverse to having your data accessible, or say you're part of some medical organization where there are specific things that you can't actually expose to a cloud or have very tight data governance rules over, we allow our infrastructure to be deployed locally as well, so that kind of provides more options for that user base.
The webAI intelligence network is going to be built with Web3 technologies. So we're talking about blockchain and all the components of blockchain. This intelligence network that we're building is kind of a global marketplace that focuses on compute and data. Nowadays, let's say you're a student, right? You just graduated and you want to run your business. $1 million idea, you want to build this app, right? This app where user uploads data on our network, on the app, right? And it could be images or data set, and you get to run AI and return results to the user. What this inexperienced student has to do is write the business logic. He needs to learn something called Azure, right? App service, blobs. He needs to figure out how to connect all of them together. If he's lucky enough and he gets his request for, let's say, GPU approved, if he needs something that's heavy, he starts running his business. With the IIN that we build, well, you just come to the network and say to it, hey, I have my business logic right here. I don't want to care about anything else. Find what I need, right? Because you're a network, right? You know everything. And so the network will tell you, okay, give me some more information. How much storage do you need? How much power do you need? Do you need any GPUs? Do you have any cost in mind? I know you want to reduce your cost. I'm a student, right? I don't want to pay anything. Find me free services. Our network will find providers who will come and will tell you, okay, we are running your node here on this guy's in Europe right now. And you're putting your data over here, and this guy is just based in the Middle East, for example. All of them are talking to each other. You get to run your business without any of these setups that are very overwhelming, actually, when you get started. yeah, Amazon will work, technically, but they never give you a guarantee that things will work. So if it fails, which it has a lot of time, you're on your own. So we give you exactly the same thing as what AWS and Azure give you, with 2 improvements. The first thing is that you get this verifiable proof. It cannot be forged. You cannot lie about it. So you will get what you asked for. And second thing, you're not stuck to any provider. So if you're not happy with this provider, right? Go to your setting, click on swap, whatever you want. You have someone else who's now hosting your stuff, right? Our network, the intelligence network, we have this enhanced definition of trust. We talk, for example, about reputation, about contracts between parties, warrants between parties, and cryptographic proofs, which I mentioned earlier. These proofs cannot be forged. These proofs can be traced and regenerated exactly. This means that as a user, you will be able to guarantee that your data is being stored properly. It's not being tampered with. No one is looking at it. There's no interference with another user's data. You actually visibly get these guarantees. A provider cannot act in the wrong way. The nice thing about blockchain is that you get to work with people that you don't know and trust them, which is pretty cool. When you go fetch this data because your heavy compute needs it, it's not only accessible to you, but you can also trace back its source, which is something that no one gives you. And this is extremely important, especially nowadays with the generative AI. You go on ChatGPT, you don't know where the data is coming from. I'm telling you, hey, this traces back to Wikipedia. You get to choose if you want to trust this or not. If you put these together, right, which is this storage marketplace and this distributed compute marketplace, put them together and you get shareable, trusted knowledge, which is different than data. So the webAI intelligence network, it solves a lot of issues that are out there just by targeting the storage problem, the compute problem, by providing general trust, and by increasing data quality on the network. You won't have to worry about who you're working with, where your data is stored, who's running your code, because the malicious actors are not able to operate the way they want to. So right now, our main product is a desktop app. And on this webAI, you have access to this marketplace that I've been talking about. You get to see all the elements that have been released, elements being just a single component that gets to run standalone if you want to. What webAI facilitates to the user is that you don't really need to be an actual engineer to be able to do what you want. You just need to find whatever components you want on our platform. So people are saying that you cannot keep your property rights and there's always a compromise somewhere. I would argue that I would actually guarantee that this is wrong. You do not need to compromise your privacy or data or anything that you have. You're the sole owner of this data. You get to choose what you want. And well, actually that's the biggest comfort I can get, knowing that, hey, no one's looking at my stuff, right?
From the webAI intelligence network to the distributed and decentralized execution system, we are convinced that Parallel will change the future of software deployment and create new standards for creativity, ownership, and traceability. Parallel is still in development and will not be available during the EA, and there's so much more to discuss. Make sure that you join our Discord and subscribe to the webAI email list to stay connected for more updates. We're excited to bring you along for the ride.
Parallel has so much to offer. From an auto-optimized deployment environment to immutable authorship, we are sure that it will bolster accessibility for the next generation of intelligent solutions. There is one more solution I'd like to introduce. Internet of Models, an AI ecosystem that contextually delivers the highest performing models to your fingertips. Its infrastructure allows models to collaborate on outputs, so you are always getting the best results. Users will be able to work with a wide variety of models, from the staples you'd expect, Claude, GPT-4, to open source models like Llama v2, and webAI proprietary models like Libra, a state-of-the-art language model that can talk and provide detailed descriptions of images you provide and perform object detection with no initial training. And here to tell you more is our AI team and systems team.
A single model could never capture and deliver all the capabilities that AI can provide, and it shouldn't. Training large models is cost prohibitive and requires expensive compute infrastructure. Through our Internet of Models, or IOM, You can harness the capabilities of a variety of models and take advantage of dynamic interactions across data modalities. One of our favorite models in the IOM is our very own Libra. Libra allows you to explore and interact with visual content in novel ways. Let's check it out. These 3 examples that I'll walk through will kind of help depict several different use cases and its value in those areas.
Sweet, let's see it.
Cool, so the first example that I have here is an image of a fruit stand. So we can drag and drop that image of a fruit stand in, and Libra will generate us a description of what's in the image. We can then ask it to find, say, pineapples in the image. And then we'll try to generate a bounding box. And that's valuable because now you can find specific items in the image. It's not just telling you what's in the image. We can then ask it, let's say, what could I cook with the food in the photo? And that's going to tell us, hey, look, you can cook a variety of things. In this case, it brings pizza up for pineapples, which is interesting.
Pineapples on pizza. Yeah. So did it, in this example, it was able to talk about the model and then also perform basically as an object detector?
Yes. Yep, that's exactly right. So not only did it describe the image, but it allowed us to do specific object detection via text on that image.
And has it ever been trained on that image?
It has not. So it has never seen this particular image of the fruit stand that we provided in
that's
our
impressive.
first example. Yeah, so our next example gets a little bit more complex and shows a little bit more of what Libra can do in that we'll ask it to find spatially a specific object in the image. And so in this example, we've got an image of a bunch of animals, say somewhere in Africa, there's giraffes and elephants. Libra will again describe us what's in the image. And then we can ask it to find, let's say, the giraffe on the left. Libra will then generate us a bounding box again for that leftmost giraffe, which is really neat because not only did it find a giraffe, it found the giraffe that we had asked it to find spatially within the image.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So the final example is of some SAR data, which is synthetic aperture radar data. And so military DoD organizations sometimes use this via drone or via satellite. So we can ask it to find, in this case, again, we'll take advantage of the spatial capabilities of Libra. So if we drag and drop this image in, and ask it to find a plane in the center of the image, we can then expect that it will find that plane of the 2 planes that's more in the center.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And it hasn't trained on any of this data?
It has not. So none of this data is in the training set for this particular model.
That's really impressive. I resonate a little bit more with the grocery store than I do the SAR data.
Yeah.
But I understand that there are more technical users than I am who would appreciate the SAR data capabilities.
Yeah, I would say that there's something for everyone in there, certainly. Other noteworthy models at your disposal are large language models and generative models such as Stable Diffusion. In one conversation, you'll be able to converse with several models simultaneously, providing many functions in one place. This can accelerate your development process by helping you overcome engineering challenges, bolstering data sets by generating images for testing purposes, and much more. One of the most compelling aspects of the IOM is the ability to have different models interact with each other to provide a single response, a feature we call fusion, which creates a whole new paradigm of interaction. Our newest solutions increase productivity and allow you to utilize many existing models all in one place. We are currently working to push the envelope on efficiency across our IOM components such that more compute can take place closer to the users. Imagine if you could create your own models to add to the IOM that also run locally. With our groundbreaking attention steering learning method, this is a reality. Attention steering makes it possible to more efficiently distill large LLMs into smaller LLMs that can then be executed locally. We believe that the modularity and flexibility of the IOM will unleash your creativity and imagination so that you can redefine what AI can do. The IOM will be accessible as part of the EA.
With quick settings, users are able to change their model preferences on the fly. This allows you to customize the interaction to your liking. Our team is continually reviewing new models and providing updates to the IOM whenever necessary to ensure the best possible interaction. We're thrilled about this comprehensive solution and hope you find it as groundbreaking and as exciting as we do.
I want to thank our team for an incredible overview and all the hard work and dedication they have put in over the last 4 years. Each breakthrough we highlighted this evening creates immense value. But there's a deeper connection you may have noticed. These are not isolated products. They're harmoniously linked, creating a product in a market of its own. And with that, it's my privilege to introduce Navigator, the first human AI operating system. Navigator seamlessly enables users direct access and control over AI on their personal devices. This means everything we talked about today, including Canvas, Architect, and the Internet of Models, can be found on your local devices. It's not just about harnessing AI, but about empowering you to create, share, learn, and capitalize on your AI vision. The potential is immense, and I'm eagerly anticipating the wonders that will be created in this ecosystem. In these transformative times of change and technological wonder, we believe Navigator will serve humanity as a guide towards a better future, a future where innovation is happening faster than ever before and designed with humans at the center. I'm excited to announce Navigator will be available today in early access. I want to welcome Tyler to tell you more about Navigator and the expected consumer rollout.
Thank you for spending the evening with us. Our team is eager for you to get hands-on time with Navigator. We were extremely excited with the community's response to the early access program. For the next few weeks, we will be progressively rolling out early access to the application. You can expect an email to come through your inbox with more information shortly. At webAI, our goal is to provide a platform where you can unleash your creativity and share it with others. Throughout the early access program, we will be releasing new features, software enhancements, and quality of life improvements. This is just the beginning of Navigator, with many more technological advancements in the pipeline. We would be thrilled for you to join the webAI community. You can find us on Discord, where our team of developers and AI engineers would love to hear about potential use cases and product ideas for the application. You'll find yourself connected with a community that's redefining the future of AI. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you had a fantastic evening.